Told my brothers get bread up. Let's get this bread up. No matter the pressure, always hold your head up. I'm stacking this bread up.
All right, we're good to go.
Yo, what's good, everybody? That's the Man Cave. We back, bringing it to you from new locations. What's up, Sid?
What's up, man? How's it been? How's Florida?
It's good. Yeah, just moved out to Tampa. Let me just start it off and show y'all just the beauty of where I'm at. Just appreciate the beauty.
Nice.
Come on. Yeah, Tampa, Florida, got it. Just the sunshine, man. Just needed a new start, new beginnings. Like,
So you got a dog there too?
yeah, I got my pup, Pluto. I'll show him later when he comes over here.
Good. So Wiz, how long have you been up there for now? Like what, 2 months that you fully moved, right?
Like a month and a half, almost 2. So I'm still settling in everything, getting myself together. Like I said, just fresh start. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was that time,
Right.
that time in my life where I'm able to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to look back later on and say I ain't do anything, So, yeah.
You mentioned it was time, and I think some of the topics today that we're going to discuss, the theme for everyone right now is this, I guess, just finding yourself and also focusing on yourself. For you, Wiz, like, what's the difference down there in terms of, I know you're always going to be who you are, but like, how have you adapted so far down there in Florida compared to coming from Jersey? Because the environment's completely different, people are different, like the lingo's different. Like, how are you adapting over there?
Mainly, like, the biggest thing, like, the Southern hospitality, all that shit. Like, people are actually nicer down here for sure. So I'm trying to fit into that and just be a nicer person, not as fast as, you know what I'm saying, the New York, New Jersey, up north lifestyle. But just in general, just enjoying the vibes. Like, I've been telling people who I've been talking to, like, yo, like, I feel like I'm on a 24-hour vacation.
Yeah.
Like, I could be working all day. I could be in the studio. I could, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever. And I still feel like I'm chilling. Like, the vibe, the palm trees, the weather. This is the best time of year in terms of weather out here too. So I got lucky. It's just, yeah, it's all good vibes. Like, not trying to let nothing bring you down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some bad days. You have some good days, but overall, you know what I'm saying, you breathing at the end of the day. So just appreciating that fact every day. So
Yeah, and I think a concept here is that I've never been to Florida. I'll be there after my show in November. But like a lot of people visiting somewhere is completely different from living there. Like I know when I moved before I moved to New York, when I was here when I was visiting campus, um, I didn't like New York visiting, but living in New York, I was like, well, I actually like it. I love it here, you know? So like, yeah, is that the same vibe you had before? Or was you like, how did you feel about Florida? Like what made you actually go to
just work, like I said, everything fell into place just with my job, music, just being out here, the opportunity out here. But the funny thing is, you say visiting, bro. I've never been to Tampa, Florida before I moved out here. I've been to like Miami, I've been to like West Palm Beach, fucking a lot of other spots in Florida. Never Tampa, but I've always heard good things, It definitely lived up to the good things so far, so I'm blessed. I'm happy about that.
Florida? Nice. Well, we're just going to lay out everything for you guys today. Um,
What you been up to? I feel like every time we
oh.
talk, you new location. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
All the stuff about me, man. What's going on with you, man?
with me, the last location I was at, I was in Tribeca. Um, After that, I moved out to Brooklyn right now, loving it. And I was in the same position as you. Like I lived in Brooklyn, but I never liked Brooklyn. I love Manhattan, but I needed more space because I got a dog. So I was like, you know what? I was like, let me just go back to Brooklyn, near Williamsburg. So that's where I'm currently at right now. And also, just to get away from some things, uh, Manhattan. Uh, I feel like when you're in the city too much, you don't appreciate it. But then once you move out of the city or a little bit away from the city, that's when you appreciate it more. And I think that's the next topic that we're actually talking about right now. The first topic, actually, which is like in the past few years, Wiz, I've known you for a while. I think we've known each other for what, 5 years now? Yeah, about 5 years. Because
I think it's more than that because I've been out of college for a while.
uh,
It's like 6, 7, pushing 7.
okay, 7 years, and you've developed into like someone that I look up to. Like, like I don't really have people that a lot of people ask me who inspires me, who motivates me. And I don't really have a lot of people that I could say motivate me in terms of celebrity. Like there's people I aspire to be like, but I'm inspired and motivated by my boys, and like you seeing like yourself, like your growth. Like I guess my question for you is like, how did you find out? You're still figuring out yourself, but as of now, how did you find out who Wiz is? Like you have like a certain idea of this is Wiz. I think that's what the audience wants to hear.
I think for me personally, it's just I've always just been like it just like purpose driven. Like I
Mm-hmm.
always feel like from a young age, I've always felt like I was the chosen one. Like it sounds weird, but that's just what it is. Like my mentality's always been like I've always felt like I was different from everyone else. Everyone's the same, like, but like there's certain people, you know what I'm saying, like who, and I've always just carried myself that way and treated myself that way. I feel like everyone should feel that way about themselves, hold themselves to the highest standard type of thing. Um, but that's pretty much always been like in terms of like finding who I am. Like I guess we always searching, like because we always evolving, we always changing, we
Yeah.
always growing as people. So it's like we're always trying to learn new things about ourselves and grow. At the end of the day, for me, it's all about growth. If you're not growing, you're not. So it's like making sure that every day I'm getting better as a person, getting better as a visual, just growing. You feel me?
What's one advice? I was speaking to a kid at the gym a couple of days ago, and one theme that he kept mentioning that I saw from him was how he wanted things quickly. Like he wanted think everything quick, like the body, the car, the this, everything quickly. Um, you're one of the hardest workers that I've ever met in my friend group. What advice would you give a 19, 20-year-old kid right now figuring things out, trying to get their life situated, probably at home with their parents? Like, what direction would you give them?
I promise you, like you over here, you giving me my flowers and shit. Appreciate it.
Of course,
My
of course.
But like I don't think I'm personally qualified to give anybody advice on terms of that because again, we all still um, growing, we all still learning. But to answer the question, um, just like you know what I'm saying, get to it. Like there's so much out here to do. Like I really don't think anyone could be. I know circumstances can get hard, can get rough. But I've been like I could say I've been through some hard circumstances where you know what I'm saying you feel like you just why you type of thing. So just get to it, you know what I'm saying? Find a way. That's the only thing you can't do. Like you can't fold. The only other option is folding. So just know that everything gets better and you just keep going. Like Right,
Um,
yeah.
and just to circle back to this first topic here, just to everyone out there, like the people who are in the ages of 18 or people our age, who's still figuring things out. I think one thing that I spoke to about with one of my managers a couple years ago is like, life isn't easy, but at the end of the day, you just got to wake up and grind. And I think a lot of people use that word very loosely. And, like you and I, we're very busy individuals right now at a young age. And we had to find time and we're like, yo, when are we going to do this? And we finally did it. And I think it's more so for me, I don't, I'll say this first. I don't read a lot of books. And that's not because I don't like reading books.
I just be like listening to books. Like
You listen.
I'm not
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a reader. Like the only way I would read a book is if it really, really is not in the audio form, and I can't find that shit nowhere. And that's hard these days. So
Yeah.
I be just listening to books and shit. I hate reading.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't even do. I don't even do that, to be honest. I'm that bad. Like,
I don't do numbers either.
I don't do nothing.
You don't even listen to it. You say
this is why the reason why I don't really listen or read books like that is because my dad used to tell me this. A lot of people could read a lot of books about motivation, inspiration, everything like that, or which is what most people would read things for. And then there's also other reasons why. But for me, just growing up, I don't read a lot of books because I feel like a lot of people don't really apply what they're reading. They just read they read to have the knowledge, but not apply the knowledge.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Because you're my bro, and I care about you. Start reading, because here's the thing. I probably say for the last like year and a half, maybe year and a half or so, I started taking this seriously. But I heard it a long time ago.
Yeah.
If you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Get to reading. There's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of growth in reading books. That's why I said there's alternatives. You can listen to books now. You're in the gym. You're in the, you know what I'm saying, in the car, on the bus, on the train. Get to it, man.
And that's my fault. That's my fault because I didn't explain this right. I do read, but the information that I read is not pertaining to certain, for example, like motivation or I read more about in terms of what I do, like
what do you do,
bodybuilding, like how do I do this? Like the Arnold Schwarzenegger created a book about his body.
Yo, you know who you would fuck with? You would fuck with David Goggins.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people mentioned
He would put both of those. He would kill two birds in one stone for you, because he talks about fitness, all that stuff, and then it's obviously motivational too. He's a dope black man. Right?
You said David Goggins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a runner, right? I think he was the army guy too, right?
Both. He's a runner.
Right.
He was a Navy SEAL.
Okay. I'll definitely put him in over here, actually. And I think this actually goes into our next topic right here, just accepting what has happened. And I think that's a huge thing. A lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, even myself, it's hard for us to accept reality. And I had to accept, you just told me, you're like, yo, you're my bro. You have to accept the fact that you need to start reading more. And I'm like,
yeah. Like people, like we live in a very fake world, you feel me? A very perception-driven world. Okay. So people don't really want to accept what's perception and what's actually reality. So that's what it leads to people living in denial. People like just living a fake life, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see it all over the gram, all over social media and all that stuff. So yeah, that's my take on that. What about you?
Similar situation as you. I think a lot of people have this sentiment. You've heard of it before, I think FOMO, fear of missing out. And I think that stems from the reality of what we think society is from social media, where people see all these people with nice cars, or girls wearing the Telfair bags, and everyone needs to get the Telfair bags, or and I think you and I know this, like, because we're both West African. Um, our parents used to say this: if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it at all. And I know a lot of individuals, who I don't know them personally, but I've seen it where they'll use a paycheck on an outfit just to impress other people, just for likes. And for me, I'm not going to judge anyone for what they want to do. If that's what makes them happy, that's fine. But what you end up doing is creating a false form of a fake reality, which ends up messing you up, because if you're not really living that life that you say you are, um, it ends up things come out, and whatever's done in the darkness come out to light. But in terms of just accepting what has happened, um, I think I had to do that this year. Like this year, I had to accept a lot of my flaws, accept a lot of things that I can do to become a better person, a better athlete.
Like what? Elaborate on that. Talk to me.
In terms of like relationship, I think we're so used to blaming other people in the relationship, like, oh, they did this, they did that, they did all, I did this for them, I did all that for them. I had to accept, what did I do wrong too? What could I work? What could I have worked on then, or what can I learn from the situation and work on to become better for the next relationship I get into? Or for example, right now I'm getting ready for my next bodybuilding show. I had to go back to the drawing board and look at, what did I do wrong last year, or a year before the pandemic, and see what can I work on this year, and just accept, what, I lacked certain things in certain areas in terms of relationships, even friendships, a son, a brother. Even now, I'm trying to get closer to my mom, because we always had a close relationship, but as I'm getting older, I think we fail to realize, like, our parents are also getting older too. So I'm trying to create that situation where we're more closer. But that's where my head's at in terms of accepting what has happened in my past.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's
How
what's up.
about you?
I mean, nah, I already said it.
You already said it. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about, like, what have you accepted though? Wiz, like, you're like, okay.
Man, trying to get me
See,
talking.
nah, just one thing, one thing. We just want one thing, just one thing.
One thing I've accepted in my past, I'm very like spontaneous. So like, and that's part of where I'm at in life right now. So trying to slow down and just do things right. Like just do things right. Like my birthday, I blew like $15,000, $17,000, something like that. So it's like stuff like that. Like just cool down, like, slow down. You're young. This is a time to live smart. You know what I'm saying? So like later on, to live extravagant. You feel me? I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna have fun, but know how to do it properly. I'm gonna invest smarter. Not that, and it's not that I wasn't conscious of this stuff or doing stuff like that before, but just really locking in. Like I'm in a place where I was telling my boy Case yesterday. I'm in a place where, shout out Case, where I'm building right now. Like I'm in building mode, not like grinding and building. Just really just setting foundations. Like I said, for that 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, even tomorrow. I believe that like every day, it's building blocks. Little drops of water make an ocean. Every decision you make today, like I said, it's about winning the day. You feel me? Just making sure that you're growing today, growing tomorrow, growing. Next thing you know, you're a giant. You feel me? So that's where, in terms of accepting, just everything. It's probably like a full work through for me in terms of my life. So like everything just little by little trying to fix the things that are wrong. And it starts with acceptance. Like, you can't, like I said before, a lot of people living in a denial, fake reality. I don't want to be that, you feel me? So that's where I'm at.
Wow, that's pretty deep, you know. And I think since you're already you're running with that, the concept that you have right now, how was that formed, you know? Because obviously things have happened to you in your life to mold you into the individual you are, into the man you are today. And like, where do these thought processes come from? You don't gotta speak about everything that's happened in your life, you know, but like, but like,
We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here
oh yeah,
for a couple of days.
right. But what are some things that definitely you would say, like, I would say I'll list one for I'll list like one or two things and then let you list some. I think one major thing that impacted me to change who I am, or not change, but mold who I was, is losing the love of football. And the second thing is also one day when I was at my sister's house when she used to live in the Upper West Side. I was sleeping on her floor, and I was figuring out my situation. Like, you know, should I go back to football? Should I do this? And I didn't have no sense of direction. And I was messing with some girl who lived in Maryland, and I left Ohio. I left New York, went to Ohio, got some things, left Ohio, went to Maryland to go see her, and basically things went on down there. Not to get into too many details, but my sister said one thing to me that stuck to me forever. She said, because I look up to my sister a lot. Shout out to Nadia, and she said, "I love you, but I'm not gonna be here to see your own destruction." And right there, that stuck to me because it was like her own man's and herself was just like, we don't want nothing to do with you. You just gonna live life on like, you don't know where you're going. We don't want to be a part of that. We can love you from afar. And that definitely molded me into, that's one of the things that molded me into who I am today. But yeah, Wiz, I mean, for you, like, what made you right now who you are? Like, what molded you? What circumstances molded you?
One of the biggest things is like living in different countries growing up. So like, and I was thinking about this the other day. Like, every time I drive, like, I'm all about views. I always say there's views and vibes. You feel me? Like, you have a nice view, you have a good vibe. You see where I'm at right now. Like, it's like, that's all I'm about. And one of the biggest things living in different countries has like taught me is that where each individual is literally this to the bigger picture. Like, and realizing that as a person is super important to me, at least, because it's important to humble yourself, no matter how big you feel in your little cocoon of the world, you call it. Your perspective is just, at the end of the day, your perspective. The next person has a whole different perspective on life, is going through a whole different bunch of shit that you don't know. The person that lives next door to you, you don't know their life, let alone their parents, their brothers, sisters, and the thing goes on. So again, hence the views, like being able to sit on top and look at everything and just put yourself in that position that, again, the world is so huge. And like I said, living in different countries, experiencing a lot of different cultures, meeting a lot of different people, is definitely made me humble in everything I do. You know what I'm saying? And just no matter how big I get, no matter what success or success I see, or hardships I see, how low I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always just, it puts me back in that perspective, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could be going through worse, and if you're too high, somebody, you can always get low, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything can happen, so. Yeah.
You definitely.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you. I know I have these days too, and I do you also feel sometimes when you just get out the bed, there's days you're just like, man, like, you know, man, life is just like, damn. Like you just sit there, like you just like it.
I mean, when I first moved out here, keeping it being, the first whole month, that's exactly how I felt. Like it's a lot of second guessing, a lot of like low, like just going through other stuff. And bro, every day was fucked. Like what? Like damn, life sucks. And you go through those times, but again, it's about not getting too low, not getting too high. The only thing when I get to those moments, one thing about me is when I get to those moments and I'm feeling like that, it's more of like, all right, cool, because tomorrow could be the switch. So just getting through the day is the basics of everything for me. If I'm low, if I'm high, like I just want to get through the day and reach the next day, and then I know I've won, I've accomplished something because I'm heading towards something better. Like if you're like, yeah, a lot of those days it definitely happened for me for sure.
Okay. What are the next steps for you, man? Like, what are the next things you have planned coming up? Like, what are some projects that you don't have to announce them if you can't, but like, what's next for Wiz in the next few months?
Well, one thing, the man cave is only gonna get bigger and better. To those who thought that we was out the way,
Right.
and guess again, we doing our thing. We're gonna keep growing. But like I said, I'm just settling in. I'm building. I'm growing. So the people are gonna see so much coming on the music side, production. Like I'm trying to get into film, all that stuff. So look out. You know what I'm saying? Like I, when you see me quiet, when you see me chilling, just know I'm working. So yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm doing a lot, trying to just build funds to just making money and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Of course. Of course.
About you, what's going on? New sponsorships every
Um,
day, Mister. Come on, like I know
uh,
you got something in the tuck. Give us the exclusive. Give
I,
the
de-
man cave viewers the exclusive.
I definitely have some things coming up. Three things I can't share right now. They're in the works. I just can't share based on opposing sides. But for me, one thing I definitely have coming up is my bodybuilding show, November 6th. So that's definitely another huge milestone in my career in terms of gaining more sponsorships and getting myself out there. It's actually in Jersey.
This your first one back, right?
This is my first one. This is my first pro show, but my second show.
But like back from
Yeah.
so first pro show. Where's it at?
It's in Jersey, Wayne, New Jersey.
What day?
November 6th.
Okay, might as well have to make a trip back to
Hey,
Jersey.
come up. It's gonna be packed. So that's one thing that's coming up. Obviously, I'm gonna be in Florida as well. Me and Wiz are gonna try to see each other when I'm down there. If not, we'll try to find a way, or I might just fly back out there. And definitely, you mentioned something. I think a lot of us don't understand. It's great to have different streams of income. You cannot rely on one income. Like one income, once that's cut off, you're done. And I think this man cave thing has a lot of potential. And Wiz and I definitely are going to create some ideas and have other people in our circle give us a little bit of more ammo on what we could do to make this thing blow up. Because I think this has a lot of potential, and Wiz thinks this has a lot of potential too. And Wiz and I come from two different sects right now, and sects, sects for YouTube. And I feel like both of us are very busy individuals that if we didn't see something as a great investment, we would not be here because we both have.
For sure. I'm about to be on TMZ right afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess one thing I could leave off with you guys, and Wiz will close us out, is this whole thing right here was just a reintroduction that we're back.
Yeah, we back. We just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, give you a little update on our lives, where our heads out before we get into the meats and potatoes. Come here, Pluto. Before we go, I want to show y'all Pluto. Come here, boy. Come here.
How old is he?
He's 4 months.
4 months. Wow, this guy over here, he's.
Look at this guy. Pluto, say
Pluto.
hi to them.
Hey, Pluto, what's up? Oh, that's an interesting. That's a what? French bulldog, right?
Yeah, my boy.
Okay.
My son's son. Just wanted to introduce y'all to him real quick. He got me dirty. But yeah, yo, we appreciate y'all as always. It's Wiz and Sid.
Mm-hmm.
So
peace, you guys. Till next time.